Hi everyone, this is the iPhone 11 screen replacement video. So what you're gonna need to do this job is you're gonna need these 3 iPhone screwdrivers. If you don't have these 3 iPhone screwdrivers, link is in description, okay? All right, so first things first, as you guys notice, the iPhone 11 has 2 cameras. The iPhone 11 Pro and the iPhone 11 Pro Max have the 3 cameras where there's a camera that's like right here, okay? But today we're gonna do this, iPhone 11. All right, so the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna take the 2 screws off on the bottom of the cell phone. All right, so we're gonna set these 2 screws up. We're just gonna leave them right here. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get a heat source, like a heat gun or a blow dryer. And what I'm gonna do is blow heat around the edges, which softens up the water resistance adhesive that's there. And then we'll use a pry tool like this to open up the screen. All right, so here's the inside of the phone. So what we're gonna do first is we're just gonna start taking out screws. So we're gonna take off this shield and then we're gonna take off this shield right here. So we're gonna take off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws to start off with. All right, just remember, keep everything organized. So you see how I laid out these screws right here? You see the shape of it? It's the shape of the shield. You see this? And then once you take all the screws out, you're gonna lay the shield right next to it, just like this. So you don't get disorganized and you don't start scrambling up screws, right? Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take off this shield, and this has 1, 2, 3 screws. And then we have the shield, and we're gonna lay the shield just like this. Remember, keep everything organized. Now we're gonna start unplugging connections. What we're gonna do first is you always unplug the battery first. You don't wanna have some electric current going through the phone, you know, while you're disconnecting things. So straight for the battery first, just like that. The battery is right here. You can obviously see it right here. And then just start disconnecting what you see that's coming out of the screen. So disconnect that. You can disconnect this. Then we can follow this down and disconnect this, just like this. All right, so we don't need anything else from this phone. So we'll just set this aside. We'll set it aside over here, okay? So now we're just gonna focus just on this. And the first thing what we're gonna do is we're gonna take out these screws right here. I'm gonna take out 1, let's get that in focus right here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you're gonna lift this little metal tab up right here. So let's take out the screws first. So as you see, these screws are taken out like this, and then this thing will then kind of just flap up like this, right? Because it's not being held by screws. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna take this cable out right here. But don't just grab it and don't just peel it off, because what you're gonna do if you just yank on this and just to take it off, this thing is still stuck right here, right? So you don't wanna just grab this and take it off and then you're gonna have this thing ripped right here, right? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna wanna blow heat on this side, which will then allow it to gently remove the cables that are stuck to the inside of the glass. So blow heat like this. And then we're gonna get our little tool like this, and we're gonna slide underneath like this and just gently lift up. We'll gently lift up on the mic. And this other sensor right here, now those two are loose. And then this metal tab swings open like this. And then we can get this part out. And there we go. Everything is out. See? Just like this. Okay? So then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take out all these screws right here. They come along the sides. As you can see, let's get a little close up right here. Let's take this out of the way. It seems like this is kind of getting in the way. Okay, so we're gonna take out this screw. So there's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is there? 7, 8, 9 screws, I believe. They're all along the sides. You can easily see them. Let's just do that right now. And remember, keep everything organized, okay? All right, so as you see how I took the screws out, and you see how I have them laid out just like the shape of the screen, just like this. So you know what screws go where. Remember this? It goes with these 4 screws right here. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to take these cables, and we're gonna have to take this metal shield out like this. So the way that I do this is I blow heat directly right onto the cables. The reason why I do this is because they're stuck together. There's adhesive, which you will see right now. So as we see this, you see how there's adhesive there? So the heat allows me to peel these cables off. So if you have a good working screen, remember, you can keep these so you can refurbish these and use them again. So if you don't know what refurbishing is, that you can reuse these screens if it just has a glass cracked. You can do a glass only repair if you know how to do that. You see how this cable is stuck? Blow some heat right here. And now this should peel off. Boom, just peeled off just like that. There we go. Shield is off. We can place this like right here. You know that this goes with this. Okay, so this is a bare screen. As you guys see, this is an iPhone 11 screen. All right, so quickly before we work our way in reverse, when you buy new screens, sometimes they're gonna come with this plastic thing right here, and sometimes they're not. If they don't come with this plastic thing right here, your new screen, you are going to have to transfer the little plastic piece onto the new screen. So what you will do is you can just blow heat, because this plastic thing is stuck to the inside of the glass. Usually you can just take this off. There we go. See how it came off? There it is. So if your new screen, like let's say you buy a new screen and it comes just like this, right? It comes just like this. You're gonna wanna transfer this piece, because this plastic piece right here, it holds in place other things right here, okay? So we're exactly at the midpoint right now. So what you'll do is you'll grab your brand new iPhone 11 screen, and you're gonna wanna transfer all this stuff onto this screen. So let's just start that right now. So what we're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna get this, and you're gonna want to feed the cable through the little hole right here. Feeds right through it. See that? And then you see how this fits in? The little silver thing right here fits in right into that hole right there. And then you can grab this and just place it just like this. So usually like your new screens will come with some maybe some blue sticky tape or whatever. You peel it off and then you can just stick it down like this. Okay, so what we're gonna do next is we're gonna put all these screws right back into the screen, all around the edges. All right, so now that we have all the screws around the edges, we are going to put the ear speaker back in on the top, and we're gonna use this. We're gonna start off with this little plastic thing. So you're gonna see that it only fits one way, just like this. See how it fits in there? The little cutout at the top. They kind of have it so it's made like dummy proof. All right, and then we're gonna get this kind of rectangle looking thing right here, and we're gonna feed it right into the little rectangle little spot that it's in. I'm gonna feed it right into there, just like this. And then we're gonna align the little microphone right here. You can see where it goes like this. And then we're gonna make sure that everything fits in how it's supposed to feel, right? And then this thing swings over just like this. And then we can put our screws back in. All right. All right, so now that we have everything screwed into the screen, all the stuff is transferred. Now we're gonna want to get our phone and plug everything back in. So what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna start plugging in these connections over here. And the way that I do this is I'll grab my phone, I'll flip it around, and I'll just grab the cable and just plug in the top one right up here. There it is. I felt it plug in just like that. I'm making sure with my nail. And then what we're gonna do is you have to feed it right through this little kind of crack right here. Okay, we'll worry about that in a little bit. So we're gonna just plug in these last two connections right here. That one's in. Okay, so these are all in. And then we're gonna plug in the battery right down here. Battery is in. All right, so make sure everything's plugged in. And then now we're going to start screwing in these little shields right here. All right, so now that we have the everything all screwed back in, now this screen will fold over like this, and now you can close everything up. Just go side by side, go all the way down, and turn the phone on, and then put the last two screws right here on the bottom. And that, everybody, is the iPhone 11 crack screen repair replacement video. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Peace.